to all the dispossessed youth of Africa, for perpetuation of communion with ancestral spirits through the fight for African freedom, and in the firm faith that the dead, the living, and the unborn will unite to build the destroyed shrines. Selah. Greetings, family, and welcome to Dr. Mumbi Spirituals. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray, family, that you are fully rooted in a story, in our story, or in your story, that you have done the necessary examination and research on the history we were fed, which is his story, not our story. The stories of our ancestors that have been bubbling up to the surface and empowering us and transforming us and changing our lives. But it is up to us to change our minds and to recalibrate our hearts so that that's how we release our souls to experience the magic of this world and the magic that our ancestors left for us. And we are moving into a very interesting season. But before I even get into that, special shout out to the sponsor of today's show, Beverly B. Beverly B is an ancient sound healer, and she does ancient sound healing sessions every Thursday and Friday on YouTube and Clubhouse at Beverly B Music from 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you've never felt this just a different modality outside of giving something to your physical body, like through, pills, medicine, whatever, go and experience sound healing, family. It's really, really magical, and she does that every Thursday and Friday. And you can even book private sessions if you have a particular and personal issue that you'd want to address. Check out her website, www.beverlybmusic.com. These are such interesting times, family, because the veil has lifted. And even though they're trying to do everything they can to poison the atmosphere, to poison everything physical, we are now moving into the minds into the time where our minds really, really are running the show and running our bodies. It was like that before. But as we started to seek everything externally outside of ourselves, a lot of us were so brainwashed to the point of believing that we were this body seeking spirituality and not a spirit, a soul with an emotional body, a physical body, a spiritual body, an energetic body, with way more going on than just this physical body, and how this physical body has layers that reach out. How I can be here, but my aura is filling the entire region of where I am. And now we are entering the season and times, family, where we will live in our own thoughts for real, where we will live in our own actions. Because what happened before is Babylon created time, Rome to be specific, created time in order to stretch choices and consequences and disconnect people from the fact that they were the creator of their experience. Because you would think this, and all of these crazy things would happen, life would happen, you're feeding yourself, you're getting married, you're having children, and then somehow this dream would manifest all the way here. And there may be a soul recognition where you're like, wait a minute, this is what I used to dream of as a child. Sorry if that just messed up the whatever. But you'd be like, whoa, I actually envisioned this at some point. But it may not manifest the way you wanted it, family. It's because time has been stretched. And this was all part of the disconnection. Because if you're disconnected from your creation, then you won't think you're the one creating your creation. Then it's easy for someone to beat, rape, sodomize, brainwash you into believing. That's what they did to the first generation of Black or African Christians. I love the way they say Jesus wasn't a Christian. Don't even get me started on Jesus. So that's what they did. They beat in religion. They beat in their way of life. They beat in their culture. And this is how they cloned us, family. So throughout our lives, we've had dreams, we've had visions. Our ancestors have tried to excite us, especially on those times when we were down and out. Excite us about the kind of love we would have, the kind of life we'd be living, the kind of luxury we'd experience. And so we had all these dreams and all these visions. And then we say life happened, but it was actually a stretching of that. And in that stretching, others were grabbing others' creations and becoming rich themselves. The wizards and warlocks who are empowered, but that's a whole other story. But now, family, time is collapsing. I'm sure you're feeling it, family, with how fast the days are going. We're already are we in June or July? We're already in July 2025. I don't know when you'll see this. But if you see this afterwards, it was like we blinked. It was February, we blinked, and it was July. So time is collapsing on itself, which means that we should no longer wait for time to deliver something to us. And so basically the message I got, family, is that we are now moving away from delays and obstacles that our mind was cloned and brainwashed to live in, believe in. And we're entering a season where all your dreams, all your thoughts, all your aspirations are going to start manifesting. But in order for them to start manifesting in your life, you have to raise your vibration. Otherwise, you won't. They'll pass here. They'll just pass over like this. The new car, the palace, because you're not a matching vibration. So you're too low, depressed, sad, anxious, all those things. You're too in that vibe to even look up and see what is coming towards you. Because the energy hits you first and then the experience comes. So you feel it first. And if you've done the necessary work and are doing the necessary work of healing yourself, of confronting your story, of looking at what your story, the parts of your story that you need to release, the parts of your memory that were so traumatic or painful that you've stored them up in your body, that you need to let go of. We honor the ancestors in the wind. that if you've done the necessary work, family, then you will be a matching vibration for your childhood dreams, even your adult dreams. But your childhood dreams, when your soul was uninhibited and still recognized and remembered who you were, why you were here, what was your purpose, those visions you had before your heart was tainted with racism and discrimination and this and that, all these low vibing things. Those are the dreams that are coming to the forefront. Basically, time is collapsing. So every thought you've ever had, every dream you've ever had is coming into this experience. And for those who have elevated and done the work, the lower experiences, the lower thoughts that you had of you being hurt, of you being tortured, of you being poor, of you being mismanaged, of you being betrayed, all those, some of them have already manifested for you. But all those, you won't be a matching vibration. So nothing that you created of pain or of sorrow will come for you, because you've healed yourself. And so that emotion has no matching emotion to connect itself to inside your aura, inside your vibe. It can't find a matching vibe, because things can connect and cling to us when they're a matching vibe. And that's why this world concentrated so much on lowering our vibration, so that we could never match and in matching manifest all the dreams and visions we've had for ourselves, because we've been kept in too much anxiety, worry, hate, pain, suffering, betrayal, all these things. But for us who have been doing the work and we're like, yo, where's my first billion coming from? When's my mansion coming in? When's this coming in? When's that coming? When's my great relationship coming in? Where's my soul family coming in? Great friends. When's my traveling to ancient sites around the world gonna manifest? It's happening now. It's all gonna start rolling in. It's all gonna start rolling in, and life is about to get magical. And what I'd say is, have fun, full joy yourself. Fully joy yourself. Enjoy, fully, I don't wanna say enjoy, because we're not ending that joy. Fully be in that joy, full joy yourself, family. Don't doubt anything, live it, live the dream. Live the favor, live the abundance. Feel good about it. We've already done the worst, we've already been through the worst, that's over now. And some of us, it wasn't just one lifetime, it was many lifetimes. And remember the most important thing, the key to all of this, the key to paradise, is remaining up vibing, keeping a high vibration, not engaging in any low vibrational, conversations, people, experiences, news, all of that. Maintaining that up vibe. That's the only way you do it, family. Otherwise, it will miss you and pass you by. Anyway, special shout out to the sponsor of today's show, Beverly B Music. Music is a new modality of healing, family, that is manifesting and expanding. It's returning in these seasons and times. And Beverly B is an ancient sound healer. Catch her every Thursday and Friday for her ancient sound healing sessions from 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And every Friday, she always does a very special interaction with her, her very talented community. A community that, if you're looking for healing, restoration in a new way, you'd highly benefit from. And if you'd like to sponsor a show, family, email us, mombi.saraki@gmail.com. Tuko pamoja. to all the dispossessed youth of Africa, for perpetuation of communion with ancestral spirits through the fight for African freedom, and in the firm faith that the dead, the living, and the unborn will unite to build the destroyed shrines.